Undercurrent, sponsored by John Hughes in Victoria Park. Choose your station before you choose your program. Absolutely.
Well, next up on Undercurrent, a topic that is very close to our hearts here at WTV, volunteering. And next up, Jackie O'Leary had a little visit to the Volunteer Symposium.
This week we covered the Volunteering Symposium in Perth, providing opportunities for volunteers to network and exchange ideas with like-minded individuals.
Volunteers help people connect to their community, so on a personal level it really allows the person to explore their worth or their potential. It enables them to form friendship groups but most importantly feel connected and feel they're valued.
It's a great way to meet people. I mean, I move around a lot, so volunteering for me is a great place. I go into a new town, I can meet all sorts of people that, you know, in my daily life I would never see otherwise.
And we learned today that 2/3 of all young people don't have much hope for the future, but when they volunteer they actually become much happier and they become more focused on having a great future rather than thinking about the doom and gloom of a possible future that they have now. There's a lot of mental health issues these days, and I think with people who give something back to the community, it makes them so much happier and they have less issues that they need to deal with, and they generally have a better life.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I felt better when I did it, and you feel sort of good making a difference, even if it's a small help. Even just stuff like giving clothes to charity and stuff like that, or just to the Red Cross or Good Sammys and stuff, it still makes you feel good.
As a family, we do Coast Care down at Cambridge and City Beach every year, where it's trying to get our kids into doing volunteerism, trying to look at a fun way of doing it. So we go down, we clear the vegetation and plant plants. So we do that probably the last 3 winters. We've done that. It's turned into a great little group of people. There's, I've got people in the late 70s and 80s and kids that are in their 13, 14, 15, so it's great.
It's best just to have that sort of mixture, so the young people are learning from the old people, and the old people I've found, if they're still volunteering with young people, they tend to be more involved, live longer, be happier, so it's a big benefit to everyone.
I mean, it's great for the community, but equally it's as good for the organisation, because it's great for staff development, because they get taken out of their work environment and start to see some of the different challenges that other organisations face, particularly those who don't have a lot of money. So it's about innovative thinking. So if you think about the teamwork, the innovative thinking, and also the value they get from giving back, it's a win-win in every way.
It's like a symbiotic relationship. I'm involved in an organisation that believes in volunteering. One of the things we do is we've been partnered with Warnbro High School for 7 years, and it's 60 kilometres away. And driving down there, you think, oh my God, I've got so much on my mind, it's so busy, and how am I going to get there? When you've been down there for the day and you drive home, you feel nourished, you feel different, you feel relaxed, and you feel like you've done something really worthwhile, and it helps with your mental well-being.
Young people can actually volunteer and gain so many new skills that they can actually put to place in the workforce. So it's really important to have a volunteer role on your CV.
In my mind, that volunteering itself isn't perhaps valued where I think it should be. I think in order to get the return that volunteering gives, the community need to invest in volunteering, good volunteer management, good protection for volunteers, encouraging volunteers to train, and also to allow community groups to really understand what they're doing, what their mission is, and how to achieve it best.
Volunteers are the glue that keeps our community together. Without us, we'd fall apart half the time.
And we had this Give One celebration the week before last, and one of our students we'd worked with stood up there and presented to 300 people.
Yep.
And I just looked at it and I thought, wow, we've helped make a difference in your life, and that's what makes it worthwhile.
Volunteering can be immensely rewarding and great for your self-esteem as well. Find out what you can do and what you can offer other people. This has been Jackie O'Leary reporting for Undercurrent.
Well, there is a brand new show playing in town at the Crown Theatre. It's a chorus line which talks about all the trials and tribulations of attempting to work in the good old entertainment industry. Well, next up, our very own singular sensation, Miles Riley, has a sneak peek.
In an empty theatre on a bare stage, casting for a new Broadway musical is almost complete. For 17 dancers, this audition is the chance of a lifetime. It's the opportunity to do what they've always dreamed, to have the chance to dance. This is a chorus line.
I had seen the show when I was a little boy, and my actual dance teacher, David Atkins, was in the show. And I've also seen the movie as well, so it's been like a part of my sort of, history book that you must know what a chorus line is. So I definitely had seen it and known, I knew all the songs, and yeah, so I was very already enlightened with the whole musical. So, it's a perfect role for me right now to be performing this. I've crossed over from being a dancer myself into choreographing and directing, so the role really fits in, and I know what it's like to be on the other side of the table, and it's great because I get to dance again too. I haven't danced for about 3 years, so it's good to be dancing again. Because I do spend a bit of time in the audience, I can hear and I can feel the audience reaction, that you can see like grown men that are like either bankers or whatever, lawyers, they're giggling, they're laughing, even they relate to all the characters. Everyone who comes to the show will identify with someone, and you feel empathy, and you're rooting for them to get the job in the end, and then you find out who gets the job at the end as well.
Michael came out and took the auditions for us. So for me as a producer, I was very, very nervous. It was amazing because, of course, the auditions in real life just mirror the show. So I mean, everyone's really getting a buzz out of it. The performers are, because we had the auditions in the theatre in Melbourne, and so it was very, very exciting for being part of the show.
You have to find something in each one of these people that is similar to the people that are auditioning, and somehow, no matter what characters these people are playing, there's something inside of them that is that same person, that same desire. And the problem is finding what you have to find people who can hit a certain note, and people have to do a certain number of pirouettes and try to fit. We were very, very lucky.
Hugely blessed. Everyone just seemed perfect.
Yeah. We were stunned.
This has been Miles Riley reporting for Undercurrent.
Want your children to find their creative side, or perhaps you're looking for a little more colour in your life? Then the Awesome Arts Festival might just have your name all over it. Miles Riley found out more.
With Tegan from the Awesome Arts Festival. Now Tegan, can you tell us a little bit about this year's festival, please?
Sure. So it's an arts festival for children, and we have performers coming in from all over the world. We're using venues like the Perth Cultural Centre where we are now, but we're also using the State Theatre Centre for some of the larger theatre shows, and the Art Gallery and the library as well. So it's happening all throughout the school holidays, and we've been running for about 16 years.
And so what opportunities do kids have to sort of interact and participate with the arts?
A lot of opportunities. One of the things about the program is that we don't want kids to just sort of passively sit there and have something performed at them or sung at them. We want them to engage, and we want them to get involved and to be, participating in the artworks. So we have Splat over here, which is a really cool workshop where kids can choose if they want to catapult paint at something or bash like a sponge that has paint on it, and there's all these different stations. Behind us here we've got wish boats, so that is where you can write a wish for another person on a boat, so that's what we're getting the kids to do there today. And you can fold the origami boat as well if you want, and then soon we'll be setting them sail on the library pond behind us as well, so there'll be lots of wish boats sailing around. And we also have stuff for young kids as well, so they can create their own books at the Better Beginnings book cubby. There's various acts around here that are free, and you can go up and have a look at. There's some robots that are playing music down on the cultural centre stage. So kids can go up and have a look and ask the artist, you know, how he came up with the idea and what they're made of, the, you know, big Meccano pieces and old computers and stuff.
So tell us about the Trons.
Okay, as you can tell, they're robots. There's no people. I built them in Hamilton, New Zealand. The band, the Trons, nicknamed after a city, Hamilton, City of the Future. And I'd played in bands and I worked as an electronics engineer, and we needed a drummer, the band I was in, and so I decided to try and build one. And in the end, I just actually built the whole thing and got rid of us, and yeah, so that's how the band started.
So how did the Trons actually work?
There's a computer. It was a really old computer that actually was salvaged from an old vending machine. It's 20 years old, and it sends signals out. There's a program which I wrote, and it sends signals out to all motors and solenoids and things that are attached to the instruments. It's drums and guitars and actuates the keys. So it's basically quite old technology. It's sort of junky. A lot of the stuff's recycled bits and pieces.
It's pretty original kind of stuff that, you know, hasn't never been to Perth before, and it's something that people hopefully wouldn't have seen before, and you know, they get the opportunity when Awesome comes to town, because we spend all of our time trying to find these amazing artists and artworks from all over the place.
So it sounds like there's a lot of opportunities to play and be creative.
Absolutely, there are so many opportunities. The Cultural Centre is full of stuff that's going on. There's ticketed shows in the Spiegel Tent, which is an amazing venue, as well as the outdoor theatre venue, which is the Bird Hide just over here. So yeah, there's lots and lots of shows, lots of stuff happening all throughout the Cultural Centre, and of course we're using the big screen over there as well for an animation film festival for kids. So yeah, there's so much happening.
I think I'm going to have to go and have a play myself. Thank you so much for talking to us, Tegan. The Awesome Arts Festival is a great opportunity for kids and big kids like myself to get involved with the arts, sparking creativity and inspiring the imagination for all of those who take part. This has been Miles Riley reporting for Undercurrent.
Well, that's the end of another episode of Undercurrent, filmed in the stunning gardens just in front of the Supreme Court House here in the city. But don't worry, there's plenty more Undercurrent for you next week, so make sure you join us then. I'm Christy Molliker. Thank you ever so much for your company.
Undercurrent, sponsored by John Hughes in Victoria Park. Choose your station before you choose your program. Absolutely.